The premise, though, finally, and we know this number exists. The premise is that this is bringing in so many millions of dollars to Grand Rapids every year. And right now, most of the artists involved, other than the 16 who win, are providing the labor for free. And that's a model I don't like. And just so you know, Kevin, I'm not picking on you. I no longer contribute art to charity auctions that don't offer the artists 50% of the sale. I don't like when New York institutions, all the emails that come out for their galas, want me to support a mechanism for an institution that has full-time staff with health care to raise money from a bunch of wealthy hedge funders or whoever they are, without thinking to offer me a little bit back. And I would probably opt out in most cases, but if the option's not there, if I don't feel like other artists are getting that same offer who might need it, and I might need it that year.
Right.
Like, I don't want to be a part of it, so I've stopped contributing.
I totally respect that, and I'm an artist, and I feel the same way. I don't want to just give work to unless it's something I really want to support. Like if I give the value of what I would earn by selling something, I'll give that instead of money. But I totally agree with that, and I think that the danger is there's a lot of kind of broad strokes being painted. I mean, I was talking to somebody who's a big critic of the event. I was talking to at an event in Chicago, and he was, he would bring up some of these same points of how is this worth it for artists, and is it successful for artists, and does it provide what they need at this time in their career? And I told him, I said, last year there were 1,582 different answers to that question because there were 1,582 artists. Everybody coming into the event has a different set of assumptions going into it. They have a different experience once they're a part of it, and they have a different feeling about how it went afterward. And of course, we do a lot of surveys and kind of focus groups and one-on-one calls with people. And it is across the map. I mean, overall, the numbers are positive. Artists are happy that they did it, and they would recommend it to other people. It's not 100%. I would love it to be higher. So obviously, those questions that are driving your criticisms are the same questions that are driving our work. How can we ensure that this is a better experience for more artists than it currently is, and definitely more often than not, which it already is, which I'm happy about. But there is, of course, always some room for improvement. But I guess I think that the real hang-up is not whether or not that should be a goal, because obviously that's a goal. The hang-up is what should be done. What should be done by ArtPrize per se to ensure that does or doesn't happen. And
that's by the way not my goal. But that's not my goal. My goal. I don't. There's artists are the grumpiest people on the planet. Pardon me. They're never going to be happy. We're we're like cats. We live to scratch you. The question isn't how great was it for can you make it greater for every artist who participates. The question is, you're saying art has value to the community. You're saying art does all these things. And I know you're saying this. I know you sit down with people and you talk about the $1 million value and you talk about community building and so on. What you're not saying is artistic effort has value. I mean, Obama put out a competition for graphic designers to design a poster to get America back to work, and it's free. You get a poster at the end.
Right.
They didn't think to pay people, to pay designers to do this work. It's
I know.
From my end, what I want you to see is I want you to teach people about the value of art. I want you to teach them. I want you to have them have experiences interacting with young artists, with artists from their region, and to see that we're good, interesting, fun people to have in their homes, to have in their businesses, to have walking the streets. But I'd like you to say to them that our labor is of real value. That we're not just something that you exploit to create all this value.
No, I know, and I totally agree. I don't think that that's a point of disagreement at all. I think it's I think that the difference in approach is that you're proposing that that we institute a system that ensures that that value is standardized, whereas the approach that we've taken is we provide an open platform where artists have the opportunity to establish that value on their own and to take risks and experiment in exactly how to do that. And so if it's like some artists come in and they don't care that much about money, they just want to sell work. And so they gear what they produce and how they promote it and everything towards selling work. And those who are successful in that regard, the event was a complete success to them. Others come in and they don't really care about selling work at all. I mean, to some artists, I mean, and this is not like me putting words in their mouth, they really do want exposure. That is really valuable to them. It's there are hundreds of thousands of people are seeing their work, and that drives them to make that investment. If that happens, then they're really happy. So I guess what I'm saying is I think that the motivations and the definitions of success for the artists entering the event, like just based on the feedback that I've gotten from them, is I think it's far too varied for us to attempt to make like a sort of a prescriptive system of exactly how all of that has to be valued. I'm not saying that it doesn't have value.